And welcome back to the Drive Time News. Derek Hansen with you on the Mighty 790 104.7 KFGO. We got just a little bit over 45 minutes left to go of the Radiothon Cares for Kids going on. So, yeah, certainly would love your donations. You can go online if you like to as well at KFGO.com. Check out the Cares for Kids banner. And, of course, 476 Kids we've been talking about all day long. And Katie is with us now with a special guest. And for people that have been listening for years, I guess, you know, I'm a golden retriever. I've had golden retrievers quite a bit since, certainly, I've had dogs all my life, but golden retrievers since 2008. And we have a service dog here with us, and no doubt Fox is kind of I don't know, Katie, kind of took the whole building by storm this afternoon. It's safe to say, so.
Yes. So even that's the response we get when we're in the hospital, too. Fox is pretty well known around the hospital, around town. He even has his own Instagram page, so he is usually kind of the talk of wherever we're at. So.
Yeah, I think golden retrievers, as you know, I'm biased for them because I got Woody the Wonder Dog hanging out here all the time at this dog-friendly workplace that we have as well. But let me is there a better breed for this? I mean, they are so chill. They're so good with kids. They rarely do they ever get alpha. They just want to be loved. And you can see with Fox, he's perfect for it.
That's exactly right. Yep. Fox is a perfect dog for the job. The training or place kind of that we went through was Canine Assistance. They're out of Georgia. And so they pride themselves in picking the best fit of a dog for the hospital's needs. The team that he'll be working with, and a majority of their dogs are golden retrievers. They do some training with some labs as well. But clearly they know that this is a breed that does really well in this role.
Yeah, labs, golden retrievers. And the biggest thing is they're so disciplined. They're easy to train for anything, whether it be hunting or just simple stuff like sit or whatever. A lot of hunting dogs, because they are sometimes hunting dogs, and spread into the chase birds. So I can't imagine. I grew up raising Springer Spaniels, and my dad had a couple English setters, but man, they want to go. They really get their nose down. But these guys and gals actually listen, which is good. So
yes, yeah, and Fox does just a really amazing job, which I think just animals do in general. But he has that like sixth sense of what our patients and families need at the hospital in that moment. So whether he's sometimes a little bit more cautious going in the room just because maybe he's sensing that that's what the family where they're at that time, or the kids that he knows and has that relationship with, and he's going to jump right up on the bed and just love on them just as much as they're loving on him. So
for sure they have a sense about that. I mean, if there's any question, dogs have souls. They can sense how we are, and they feel too. You can see it in their eyes almost, right?
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yep. Yeah. When we're walking through the halls, a lot of people are always asking like, oh, how's Fox today? Oh, he looks a little bit tired, or look at he's smiling. He must be feeling pretty good. So they can kind of see in his personality and those things too about kind of how he's doing as that coworker, checking in with him too.
Well, no question. And I think for a lot of kids, and I was mentioning off the air, I was in the hospital a couple years ago for a couple weeks, and I can tell you, I mean, it's a weird thing is like sometimes you kind of feel lonely, but yet you can't always talk all the time, you know what I mean? So a dog's almost perfect, if that makes any sense, because I think people are good enough, your loved ones, your friends, your family, they want to sit and visit, but then you're almost exhausted. You don't feel like visiting because you run out of things to talk about, so you end up watching TV. There's something about having a dog right next to your lap because they can't chat your ear off, but that companionship, second to none.
Right. Fox, I think the age group that he works the best with is our teens. And so that's been just amazing to see him establish that relationship with them, because then in turn, usually I, as the child life specialist, am trying to strike up a little bit more of that conversation to see how they're truly feeling about being in the hospital. But there's times too where we just sit and talk about what's on TV, or just sit in silence too and just let them kind of hang out with a dog for a little bit.
I think it's huge. I could have used that when I was in the hospital, I can tell you. It is. I mean, because I've jokingly told, for people who have known me all the time, I'm pretty happy-go-lucky. I don't get down much. I always wonder, man, you always hear about people fighting depression, but man, when I was in the hospital, it was tough. You're not getting the right sleep. You're getting poked and prodded the whole time. These kids are going through that. They just want to go out. And it was 2 winters ago. It was really mild. So it was like 50 degrees out in February. I'm looking outside like a kid who can't go out and play. And you're dealing with that on an everyday basis. So I think Fox is a perfect thing for this. I'm sure. And a lot of hospitals do this around the country too, right?
Yes. Yep. I mean, Fox even has siblings that are working around the country that we've been able to connect with. So that's super cool too. But yeah, just to be able to, invite kids down to the playroom, get to interact with Fox in that environment, or having him at bedside, or getting up to encourage them to go for a walk and walk with Fox. Those are all different ways that we can meet different goals and help kids be kids in the hospital.
And Katie, I'm sure, I know we talk about all the stuff that we do with the kids who are sick and they're trying to get them better. It's got to help because attitude is such a big part of healing too, right? I'm sure the dogs come in. There's got to be some type of research that has shown that these type of specialty dogs do help.
Yes, yep. I mean, there's times where we'll go in and we're right at bedside, and the second that the kid starts to pet Fox and interact with them, you can look at the screen and see their blood pressure kind of dropping, and so, or maybe they, we're not their blood pressure, but their heart rate. And their breathing may be slow, as if we're a little bit anxious, and so that's kind of just helping them regulate those bodily things and kind of just help them calm. His job is to help share that calm, and he certainly does that.
Well, I have Woody, the rescue dog, that's pretty much with me all the time for reasons I mentioned before. And I will say he's a beautiful golden retriever, too. I don't even know if he's full, but I adopted him, so I don't know. I wish he could talk, because 8 years, I don't know what his 8 years were like before I got him, but he's so curly and a little bit red. Man, the grooming on Fox, beautiful. I'm going to put a picture and we'll put it podcastable on the Drive Time News podcast at kfgo.com. But man, it's just feathery, a nice, beautiful blonde coat too. Wow.
He's part English cream too, so I think that's a piece of it that comes into play. But yes, in order to have Fox working in the hospital with me every day, there's a lot of kind of grooming and different kind of health regulations that I have to follow. And so we joke that he's pretty high maintenance. But yeah, there's a lot of things that go into keeping Fox as well groomed as he is.
Yeah, no doubt, because I'm sure there's some kids who can't be around a dog, right? If they're allergic to whatever. So,
right, yep, we're always very aware of that. Or unfortunately, he can't go into rooms where kids are considered contagious, and so we're very cautious of that too. So
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, well, Katie, thank you so much for bringing Fox in. What an inspiration. As you said, he has his own Instagram page too?
He does, yep, Fox the Facility Dog.
All right, Fox the Facility Dog. Thanks so much for stopping in. We'll do it again very soon.
Thank you so much.
And as I mentioned, I'll take a picture of Fox here and put it on our podcast of this conversation. Katie with Sanford is the big Cares for Kids radiothon going on here. You can get all the details again at kfgo.com. We got just a little bit over 40 minutes to go here before we head to 6 o'clock and tally up everything. Derek Hansen with you. This is the Drive Time News. Let's get to Rusty Halverson and the Ag News.